They was from Holland, those workers. You should see how
So
they
were
do.
they, your job, you prepared food,
We,
and then did you serve the workers?
no, no, no.
It was for the Germans?
This is was for the German. The workers got the food at work.
And what did you eat? What did you guys?
But we didn't know what to do.
No, but what did the Germans, how did you eating? How did they feed you, the Germans?
Oh, we eat plenty potatoes, but we put it in the
So they didn't
oven.
realize they were eating the potatoes.
We was not too hungry.
were
What did
hungry.
what did the
Well, we
Germans
got
think you were
two.
eating?
We
You
got
had
a Sturmführer, and she brought some food for us.
There was like a supervisor there.
Yeah.
She brought in food, but they didn't realize these women were cooking their own food, and so they weren't hungry.
Yeah, we put it in. You shouldn't do it.
Right, I get it now. So it was
So
all.
you, every time you were peeling potatoes, you'd steal a couple and bring it
And
to
put
you.
it into the oven.
Everybody
Okay.
put in some
So
a
they were,
baked potato, you know.
And if you were just stealing one every once in a while, so they never knew.
right, it's not even.
Right,
Yeah.
right. You know, one girl was picked up in shopping. That she only can go in the kitchen. She the only one that.
They allowed someone to go from the women to go in the kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
one
then what
woman.
happened?
And one time she was so good. She was a neighbor from Sosnowitz to me.
Oh, you knew her, okay, from Sussex.
And she brought once a bottle of oil. She said, we were so, we never got any fatter.
Right.
We eat everything dry, you know. We all we drink the oil. You know, then later on, the next day, it was
They had
run to the
diarrhea.
bedroom. In the Lagerführer realized that we're running. He said, what's happened? You are running all the time to the bedroom. We have to say that she said to say she took a bottle
Oh,
of
she did tell you.
She did tell?
She did.
tell.
Then he said he have to give, they got with leather, with wood, you have to get 50.
Oh, she had to get hit.
Yeah, but she begged him, we're never gonna do it, and they didn't do
You didn't
nothing.
do it?
They didn't do nothing to us,
Oh.
no.
Why didn't she just say you had the flu?
Yeah, I don't know. Why didn't she?
Why didn't she just say they were sick?
Why did she say you were just sick? You're almost
Then
afraid to say
you,
you're sick.
you don't have to know about it to talk.
But you know what? You're almost afraid to say you're sick because they would put you somewhere else. I bet.
Yeah, they push it, then they go
they
to
knew you were
Auschwitz.
sick-
It's close, it's 10 minutes to Auschwitz.
If they knew you're sick, that wasn't
They would
good
send you to
either.
Auschwitz.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
We cannot complain.
Mom,
We
Okay.
have to beg, she begged. That's
Okay.
never gonna happen. She took everything on her own.
I know, yeah. Mom, was Chopinitz the place where they hosed the men down with the hoses?
Yeah,
Okay, tell Julie
Yeah.
that one too.
it comes a Sunday. The workers for the men from Holland, they said that everybody's from Holland. They took
A hose.
a hose in the mouth, still so long inside, they put the water in that he died. He did this maybe 5 of them every week on Sunday. Just the men's, not
And, but the women had to see this, right? You'd have,
Everybody has to go out and see.
So every Sunday you watch 5 men being posed
5,
to death?
maybe 4, sometimes 6. Yeah.
Wow. Why did they choose the weakest workers?
Was not people. We was not people.
Oh my God, this is so awful. Were all the men Jewish?
yeah.
All the men Jewish. This was a Jewish camp.
Oh,
But see, the
Wow.
women had it better than the men.
One
This was a
girl,
good camp for the women.
they didn't kill the women.
you know what it is? No. One girl ran away mid in the night,
Mhm.
in the one they captured. They captured.
They captured her and
And they
whatever.
sent her to Auschwitz.
Mhm.
I don't know what happened to her.
Is this the camp where they told you not to eat the soup? No, this was a different, that was a different camp.
What's,
The soup, they said they putting poison in the soup.
No,
that
this
was
is
Bergen-Belsen.
Bergen-Belsen,
That's what I thought, near the
yeah.
end. Mhm.
So, the people in charge of this camp, they were all German SS.
yeah.
Were there other people in charge too, or there?
No, just.
Any Jewish people?
No. She was, the Jewish was around us, you know.
They were part of, she was
She-
part of you.
She was, yeah.
So
They
every
picked
week
one,
there were 30
like a Führer between us, that she recommended everything what she telling us we should do. She was very good to
And she
us.
was called the Führer? The
What?
leader among you was called the, what was her name? Führer?
Führer, yeah,
Okay.
Führer, yeah.
And she was nice?
She was Jewish, like
Yeah.
me. A neighbor from Sosnovitz we lived.
And was that the one who had to go in the kitchen?
Yeah. You know what? I came first time to Israel, and my husband, a brother got in Israel.
Your husband and,
A brother, his brother was in Israel. We came to the brother, and she was a neighbor from brother.
did you know that?
She gave, I still have a little, she gave me a gift. She was our
That's
our
amazing.
Führer, you know.
Yeah,
She survived too.
wow. So she was nice, and she's the one who stole the oil from the kitchen, and then she stole a few potatoes every time and brought them back so you could cook them, and nobody ever caught you.
Potatoes they brought a lot, you know, we didn't get count, you know, we
Yeah.
took it ourselves.
You took it
Just
yourself.
everybody
While you were
got
peeling, you'd steal it.
everybody got a
20
line
minutes.
which can do, you know. It was about 13 girls.
Yeah.
Everybody got a line. She did next year.
Where'd you put it when you hid it, when you stole it?
We didn't. We left it in the did it like a garage built up, you know.
This was right next to the kitchen?
Across the kitchen was close.
So you would, but what, you would kind of steal a piece of
The
food?
kitchen from that to the was
But
the-
when you took a potato or whatever, you would run to the garage with it and put it and come back?
no in the there we was working was the potatoes.
You were working in the garage?
Yeah, that's where they peeled the potatoes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. So you didn't have to go anywhere, you could just stick
No.
in that oven
Right,
and don't
That's
that's
worry
right,
about it.
and they did,
We
they,
Didn't they smell the potatoes cooking?
We peeled the skin
Yeah.
from the
Yeah.
potatoes.
But didn't it smell when they cooked?
We didn't cook them. We
Well,
put it in the kitchen.
she's talking about when you hid the potatoes in that oven.
Okay.
Did it smell like potatoes?
Probably, yeah.
And didn't the Germans notice it?
No, they didn't come.
They never came there. That's it.
Oh,
And there was
okay.
probably, there was one woman that could come into the kitchen, remember?
Yeah.
And that was the woman that brought the potatoes to the kitchen.
Right.
probably.
That's Mr.
So they
Crowley.
never caught you?
No,
I said, maybe she should make a little bowl now. I'm cold.
Okay. Okay. So,
This count a good camp.
yes.
This was a good
Really?
And you kept your hair, you
We
could wear
kept
your
the
own
hair, we
clothes,
kept still our clothes.
and you had a winter coat in the winter.
Yeah, this was ours what we bring. You know, I was, my father brought me this, then I was kept it.
oh, he came to see you?
No, then I was kept it in shop, when I worked in Sosnovitz.
Right.
He brought me to take, I should have, when they should send me back to a camp.
So he knew that you probably would be sent to a camp?
He know.
So he
then
knew,
no.
so they knew, so they.
So he brought you like
I
clothes?
didn't care. I was happy. I said to myself,
So he brought her, she brought her, I didn't realize it, your dad brought you some clothes just in case you were gonna be sent away, because people knew already this was happening.
yeah. I was happy.
Did he bring you any money or just clothes?
No.
Mom?
No money.
Going back a little bit, do you know what happened to your dad and your stepmom and the 3 kids?
Then I wasn't shopping.
Yes, what happened, right, when you were shopping it?
It happened They make the ghetto
in Sosnovitz.
in Sosnovitz.
Wait, what happened?
They put a ghetto.
When my mom was already in Chopinitz, for the
Okay,
camp,
okay.
they made us in the, because I asked what happened to her.
Yes.
And I didn't know, just I got pain in my teeth, and I complained for that something.
you
They
know.
have to take it out. They said we're going to send you to Sosnovitz
A dentist?
to a dentist to take it out. And they sent me, and I found it out that time that my father, my stepmother, with the 3 children, they put them in another small city in the ghetto.
So they put your brother Jack,
No,
No, Brother Jack was a long time already in Buchenwald.
oh, he left, you know, we gotta, yeah. So we're talking about the 3 young kids.
okay, so they put your
I
father, your stepmother, and their 3 children.
Yeah.
Into, talk about that, and then we'll go
Yeah,
back to that.
not just the other families.
Oh, I know that, but we're just talking about your family.
They
Yeah.
were in a ghetto in Sosnovitz?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in a ghetto, yeah. That time, when I got pain, and I knew which ghetto it was,
Mhm.
and I asked, I said to them, a Wachmann went with us, me and another girl complained too.
Uh-huh.
He took us both of us to a dentist,
Mhm.
and that was in the ghetto, and I asked them,
Did they take you to a Jewish dentist? A Jewish dentist in the ghetto?
yeah, I
okay.
probably,
okay.
yeah. And I asked that he can take me home to my
Parents.
father, my stepmother, and my the 3 sisters,
Mhm.
2 sisters and a brother.
Yeah, and what did he say?
He said I should not do it. He didn't
Mhm.
want it, but he was good.
Right,
He said, and that other woman went with me
Yeah.
too. And we went. I opened
the door?
yeah, and there was they got a room with a little kitchen.
Yeah.
We get I remembered the name from the city. A little city is this.
Oh, so you didn't go to the house, you went to the ghetto?
I went
To the house?
They got a house there.
Oh, but, okay, but not the house that you lived in Sosnovitz?
No, no, no.
How did you know they were in that ghetto? Who told you that?
They let us know. We know.
Oh, they somehow or another let
They
you know?
cleaned out all Jews. They put it in the.
And they told you in Sopinitz that where your dad was?
Yes.
They had told you ahead of time. So then she went to the ghetto. I didn't know this.
I don't know that they know that I know. I find
Right,
it
you
out.
found
now.
out. So then
Yeah.
you went to this ghetto, and then what happened?
And then I came. There was the
Kids?
two sisters
Yeah.
and my brother.
Right,
Little, but I raised them.
yeah.
Such nice kids.
My mother loved them.
I loved them.
Yeah, so
How
go
old
on.
were they when you went to go see them?
How old were they then, you think?
Oh, that was young. 7, 8 years, 9 years,
that makes sense,
something like that.
Yeah, so go on.
And my stepmother, actually, they was happy to see me. And I told them why I came here.
dentist,
They
yeah.
was wondering, they let us go.
Right. You had a
Me
nice
and
guy. I
another-
never heard this.
no,
Never
there
heard this,
was-
yeah.
And she came, my stepmother said, save my daughter,
Uh-huh. Save-
Hannele,
Uh-huh.
but I can take her to the camp.
Uh-huh.
So it is impossible.
Right.
No, because she heard that I'm not a good camp.
Right, she was in a good camp.
Yeah,
Uh-huh, so she wanted her to
shopping
save
was a
her,
good camp.
save the little kids.
And they was hungry, they
Yeah.
didn't got nothing
What
to
did your
eat.
dad say when he saw you?
But he didn't say nothing. He said he's lucky that I have a good camp.
That was it?
Yeah. Or he didn't. He wanted. They wanted just I should say that with Azur,
Hanala.
Hannele, yeah. And it was Azur auch.
Right. How did you get to this? Did you take a horse? How did you get to that?
The assessment,
Brought you in what? How did you get?
they know.
I know, but how did you get there? On a horse and carriage? How did you?
No, with the jeeps, the
Oh,
cars.
they had jeeps. Oh,
Yeah.
they took you in a jeep.
With a jeep, yeah, they
Oh.
took us, yeah.
So these assessmen, they were nice to you.
Some of them were. It seems like.
It was me and another girl.
Yeah.
We complained. He was a good one because I asked him, I had here my parents,
This is the first time I ever heard this.
you have to talk, we talk German.
You could talk German.
You have to talk German.
So when you grew up speaking Polish and Yiddish.
Polish.
So how'd you learn German?
I was in Germany 5 years.
Okay. So you knew Polish, Yiddish, and Germany from being
Yeah.
you were in Germany 5 years.
So
Wait, Schopenitzer, that was in Germany?
Poland, no, just Poland.
When were you in Germany?
During the camp.
Then I left shopping it.
Oh,
When people started.
Okay, but-
but Yiddish and German are
they're
very
similar.
so
Okay, wait,
similar.
we're not leaving Schopenitzer yet.
Yeah,
still in
we're not gonna
Schopenitzer.
get, you have
Yeah.
10 minutes left.
Okay.
Just telling you.
Then they said to us, the men dying every day, some dead people come, you know,
Are we in?
in
Schopenitz.
in shopping.
Okay.
Then,
Wait, let's go back. You saw your family and then the SS men took you back
Yeah.
yeah,
to Schopenitz.
yeah, I saw my family. And my stepmother wanted, I should say, I would like to say this, but I don't have the macht.
The authority.
Yeah,
It's the Germans.
Right.
And,
yeah. Okay.
and then,
Did they pull your tooth?
yeah,
Okay.
they took it out. They took out a lot of teeth.
Okay.
And I said, I know she wanted to say she was such a beautiful girl.
Why didn't you want to do with the other children? Just her?
That was too little.
They were too little, so they knew that she would be,
Yeah. The tunnel would be okay.
or, yeah, could, right, be independent.
And yeah,
You're back now in Schopenitz after you went to the dentist.
But Hanala was probably only about 8 years old, right?
yeah.
So they still wanted her to go because she figured at 8
Eight,
she'd be okay.
maybe she was. No, my brother was 12, Jack.
Real quickly, why don't you
She
Okay,
was.
we have 5 minutes
She
left.
was maybe 10, 11 years old.
Okay, let's just, what happened to Jack? You went to Schopenitz, what happened to Jack?
He was another camp
They pulled him from where? How did he get there?
from Katowice. He was working for the
Oh.
German.
He was old enough to
Then
work.
they took him to
How close is Sosnovitz to Katovitz?
no,
Close.
not a half hour.
Okay, so he was living at
That's,
Sosnovitz.
that's where they were selling eggs, right?
The Katowice.
Right, and Jack was there too, and he was working for the Germans there? He
He,
ended up
he worked for the German.
Okay, and then they took him to
In-
Buchenwald.
Yeah. Then they
Jack was
took him
very
to
young.
Buchenwald.
He was,
He was in Buchenwald as a child.
right.
So wait, he was working for the Germans in Katowice. What was he doing?
What was he doing in Germany? I mean, in Katowice.
Who?
Jack, Uncle Itche.
For the German.
What?
Volunteer. They said people who want volunteer, they're coming
Do
to
what? What did he do?
cleaning, that took out the people
Uh-huh,
to send it to Katowice. All the Jews went to Auschwitz.
uh-huh.
You have to clean up the rooms.
Oh,
He
okay.
did those
So the
jobs.
volunteer,
Yeah.
uh-huh. And then they took him to Buchenwald. So he was only a couple years older than Hanua. So,
Maybe
to
a year and a half.
years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but he was one of the youngest people to be independently in a camp as a young child.
And he was in Buchenwald. He said he was lucky. He was between the young,
Right, he was in the Elie Wiesel's group, I think.
from the young children. You know, I didn't know that he's alive.
So when you went to see your family, when you were in Chopanica, and you went to see your family, Jack was in Buchenwald at that time.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So I think we have a few more minutes left, and then
Okay,
we'll
so
stop.
you came back to Shopanitsa after you saw your family, and you continued doing your job, right?
Yeah, I went back to take the potatoes, yeah. And then the people died up every day, 6 people died up. And they said, rumors, they said they're closing up the shop,
Shopanitsa.
the shopping. And they did, and they sent us to Auschwitz.
That's what the rumors was, right?
The rumors, and that happened.
And it happened.
Okay. So how long do you think you were in Shopanitsa?
Maybe a year, not long, yeah. But that shopping, it was the best camp for the women. But the men, they brought in every day, they brought from the jobs, I don't know what jobs. They was hungry, and they were working hard,
Yeah.
and they died.
So by the time they closed up Shopanitsa, how many men were left?
They closed up, everybody went to Auschwitz.
But how many were there?
They started with a couple hundred men,
Yeah.
so how many were left when they sent them to Auschwitz? Was there like 50 men left, or?
I don't know how many, maybe 100 were left, something like that, yeah.
And 13 to 14 girls.
Yeah. Well, if we, shall we, von Auschwitz, I'm not gonna talk.
Yeah, we're not,
No.
no, we're not.
Okay, so we'll end on
Next time it's
Shopanitsa.
gonna be Auschwitz. Maybe I will remember another thing.
And then we'll go back.
Did you
It's
ever
so
leave
much-
Shopanitsa again?
It's so much,
Did you ever what?
nobody in the war
Would believe
went
this,
just through my life,
yeah.
but
Can't
I
believe
went
it
through.
happened. Did you ever leave Shopanitsa, besides that one time you had your teeth pulled,
No.
Yeah,
did you ever leave Shopanitsa besides that?
no.
No.
Did the women from the Helden shop, when you were in Helden shop, were, all the women went to Shopanitsa or no?
No,
They
no.
went to other
The
camps?
other camps, was
Why
a
were
lot,
you picked,
was a lot of camps.
so it was random, it was
It's-
luck?
Was just women camps, which was good. They all survived. Nobody died. And they worked hard. They took in factories, in outdoors work, but they survived. Just Auschwitz, nobody gonna survive. You know, if you ask me how I survived, I don't know. It's just, I just believe that my mom saved me.
Did your mother ever come to you when you were in Shopanitsa?
She always held my hand.
Every
Then
night?
I was in Auschwitz,
How about when you were in Shopanitsa?
shopping it too. That she's with me, yeah.
Did, like at night, you felt her
I felt she held my hand
at night? Or
at
all-
night, yeah. Like it's a dream, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna turn it off now. So I think this is a good stop at Shopanitsa.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. If you remember, if you can remind me things about, will be good too.